It's a real pleasure for me as a longtime fan to be sitting here with Aaron Gray.
Here with Larry Hama.
We're talking with Kevin J. Anderson, best-selling author.
Mr. Neil Adams.
I am here with David Britt.
Axel Alonso.
Editor Shadow Stevens. And Devil's Comic-Con with John Delancey.
With Tom King.
Kevin Conroy.
Free comic book day.
Denise Crosby.
PopCon Pop Expo.
Here on location at Star Wars Celebration.
Cafe Expo, talking for our second time with Gil Gerard.
Wichita, Kansas at Time Eddie.
Producer David Gerald.
I've got Eric Flint.
Are here at Smallville Comic-Con.
Wizard World St. Louis.
VillageCon in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Michael Lombardi.
We were talking with Alan Dean.
Quincy Allen.
Suzanne Landon.
Of Starlog Magazine, Mr. Kerry Oakwood.
Chris Sami.
Len Lee. Dave Schwartz. Mano Inkarami. Jason Aaron.
This is Sci-Fi for Me, your portal to the science fiction multiverse.
The Immortal Mask, a 1970 superhero crime noir adventure that follows a retired soldier who is given a covenant interview with a death row inmate. What he learns from the interview thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld. He will have to utilize his military training to survive from being hunted for the information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This is not a pre-order or a crowdfunding campaign. Get your books now at denali's.com.
25 seconds to curtain, folks.
Your favorite podcast is Critical Class.
Who is that?
Timmy.
And we are live. I could say
love
that,
that character. Everyone thought I'd be offended by that character. I love that character.
Oh well, I certainly didn't hope that. I mean, I just thought it was a tailor-made intro. For on the show, or when you come on as a panelist. I wish that everybody had their name in South Park somehow, so I could do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, our guest tonight, if you haven't read, is Timothy Olson, and he is the creator of the comic MELVIN.
Yes,
unassuming name for an action hero, but it works.
I know it throws people off,
which is kind of the intent. You subvert the expectation. I don't know. It's sort of like having a bombshell knockout babe named Agatha.
Yeah, something like that. Somebody's got to walk a different beat than most, or else everybody's going to be the same thing. Boring.
Yeah. So, and you told us before that the idea for the name came from an old Mad magazine cover, or
the first Mad magazine cover when it was still a comic book. The name was like these two parents were cowering in the corner, and they're like, "It's ugly, it's hideous," and this little kid's picking his nose, and he's saying, "It's MELVIN."
It's MELVIN. We got people here to find out about MELVIN. Now we have Captain Finity. Cheers to you, sir. Glad for your.
Hey, Finity. What up, dude?
Greg Levitt. Hail! Yes, good to hear from you, Greg. Glad that you're in the chat there.
Greg. What's up, brother?
So this is you are the first comic on this channel.
Oh no, the first comic book, that honor goes to John Dillard. But I thought, well, John's given this a chance. Why the hell not me?
Okay. But I mean, you're the first crowdfunder that I've had on the show that's not using Indiegogo and is not using Kickstarter. You are using the brand new kid on the block, Fund My Comic.
Yes. I thought this would be a wonderful tryout campaign. You gotta be open-minded and try something. Yeah,
so this isn't going to be parallel funding. Dividing the audiences up. Anything? It's just going to be on Fund My Comic, at least during the time that it's on Fund My Comic.
Yeah. I just I felt this would be a nice trial run for the platform.
And folks, the link for it is right below the video. I should say that up front each time instead of waiting till the end.
Exactly.
But it's not live, so get in there, browse around, take a look at the
sign up for it. He's using MailChimp as the sign up thing.
Yeah. So Don, leave the money, the wallet, all that stuff. Just leave it aside. You don't need it tonight. It's just sign up as we look at Melvin. And see, there it says this campaign is approved, but not yet started.
This is what I like about this. You can look at it before it's launched, and you can kind of see what they have to offer before the campaign.
Yeah, because Kickstarter and Indiegogo, they're like, I don't even know if Indiegogo has pre-launch. I think they do.
I don't. I was gonna do a Kickstarter, but I thought, F it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to fund my comic book. And it's easy to use. I like that part. There was some stuff that like the MailChimp thing didn't work quite correctly, but it's working now. It's working now. Yeah.
So here you can see, folks, that this is going to start on July the 29th. So there's some time yet. You're building that mailing list up, and your goal is only going to be $500, which that's a day one goal. Being here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm still the kind of person that has to kind of grind it out, and make it, like I funded on Indiegogo, but that was a grind. So
it's work. Now, I know somebody's I think it's Drawn Talk, or it's the guy who does the girl with the mega fists.
Mega fists, yeah.
He's doing something on Twitter that he's revealing tomorrow, where he's like, "Hey, I did a secret Kickstarter and told nobody about it, didn't have my name on it, and I raised over $1,000. So if you think that you have to be marketing all the time, you don't." I'm like, well, that's great if you just need $1,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder: do people follow names, or do they people follow books? And some people might follow books,
Yeah. Well, and it's like when Stephen King started writing as Richard Bachman. He wanted to see if he still, could write, and people weren't just buying anything that had Stephen King's name on it. And so I understand he got rather upset when he got outed, because then all the Richard Bachman books really started selling again.
Well, some people like that kind of that. Hey, what up, Woody?
Woody's drawn to Florida tonight, man. I hope you're having a good time down there.
Well, some people like being that underground underdog kind of person.
Yeah, because you're like, if it sells without my name on it, then they really like the stuff and not me. It's sort of like, if they don't know I'm a prince and they still fall in love with me, then they're not after me for my money and title.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
I don't care. Just like, no, I want the money.
I just do the best I can. People like me kind of have to be, have to work hard. I have to work hard to get for everything I get.
Yeah. In my case, I could only do better if I change my name and went anonymous. So,
although I have to respect people who do like knock it out of the park first, campaign like that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. It looks like it's a lot more common than it is. Only because you're not seeing all the people that you didn't see. Right. That's a lot of comics on crowdfunders like Kickstarter and Indiegogo.
Right.
That they just don't get out and push and make people know about it.
You gotta want it.
You've got to. So this is an interstellar saga.
Yes, yes.
About a big, muscular, yellow guy.
It's kind of, some people compared it to like Rambo or Conan or whatever. And
yeah,
that's fine.
He's got the Captain America shield now, so he's growing in tropes.
Yeah. Definitely different. I haven't really had the backstory for that shield yet, but I will. I'm working on like several backstories. It's like the more I write, the more I discover, right? That whole discovery thing,
Your world unveils itself to you.
Yep. But you're going to learn about another ability that Melvin has in the third one. You're going to learn a little more about Alice's world, about facing consequences, and then Melvin has to decide whether he wants to just be a mercenary or be a hero. You're gonna get that in this book too.
Yeah. Now you've said we're going to discover a new power that he's got, a new ability.
Yes.
What abilities do we know already? I mean, is this guy?
Well, if you have
warrior,
if you have the first issue, you definitely know he has super strength.
Right.
He picks up a rock, a big boulder, and throws it at this creature's face. Right. And obviously, he's got good combat sense. He's got that, but you're gonna find out he has something else going on too.
Okay. Or is that going to be something like we learn for a while? Every issue will be something new coming out.
Something new, something. Yeah. You want. Some people are okay with giving the whole thing away because they're doing one book, but I do several books, so I kind of want to. I want to give you something to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, are these things then that Melvin knows he can do, and we're just learning about them, or is he? I don't know where he's at in his career. So to speak, has he got?
Oh, Melvin knows. But at this point, Melvin knows.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Melvin is aware of what he is.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know what his new ability is, but it looks gross.
Yeah.
Look, I can melt my face.
Oh no, that's not melting his face, brother.
I can melt your face. Oh, will a tracking device on their ship bring total destruction to the city of Trig? Well,
yeah, that's definitely a Star Wars influence. If you remember the first Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
They didn't really get away.
but we tracked the droids to Tatooine. See romance. Ah, yes.
Yeah, you want to have a payoff. You don't want to keep like this build up and then no payoff.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, like Superman and Lois Lane had a tension thing going for a good 80 years.
Well, I mean, how long will that work though? And after a while, I was like, yeah, he won't get any.
I know. I just think when I think about it, I think of things like Moonlighting, which is way before your time. Where was Sybil Shepherd and Bruce?
What year was that?
That was the 80s. Bruce Willis.
Oh, what year though? Because I mean, I was born in '79, so.
Oh, let me think here. Moonlighting series years. I love the internet. It was 1985.
I was starting school in 1985.
Yeah, that was season 5. So it really started in 1981. And they had this tension, this sexual tension between them. And then when they finally gave into it, the series went downhill. People lost the interest. Like, okay, finally, that's over. I don't have to watch anymore.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
We're going to meet some new characters. That's being promised to us here. I'm liking these pictures.
Yeah, I had to introduce, her father, and then of course, like, there's that first issue that has where Alice is wearing that jacket that says Diana, and I had to introduce that character too. So like, Diana's like her best friend pretty much, but she's also like kind of the right hand person to the king, and head of security and all that. Pretty much a jack of all trades kind of character.
Okay, so this is Alice here in the jacket that says Diana.
No, Alice would be on the right. With the blonde hair.
Okay. So this is the real Diana.
Yes.
Okay. So Diana gets her jacket back.
Yeah.
I can tell this picture is a little squashed to make it fit in here.
Yeah, kind of had
we're
to.
going to look at the actual pages.
There's a backup story called Zed and Odysseus, and it's a comedy. Imagine being stuck with that neighbor you hated in robot bodies in space, and that's the only person you can count on.
Okay.
So the idea is that their brains are basically abducted by aliens, and gray aliens. People always wonder, well, why do they do that? What's the point, right? They do it because they're bored.
Yes,
they're just great aliens that are bored. There's no actual real reason for what they do.
They're just cow tipping. They do it with an electric rod that just eats the flesh when they do it. They're just cow tipping. So these are two guys that they don't like each other. They're in human brains, in robot bodies.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Droids meets Adult Swim kind of thing.
Oh, sweet.
And
does this guy have language?
Huh? Language?
No.
They're just
boop, boop, boop.
There's just two. They both talk.
Okay.
No. And we'll see at the introduction of Robo Rick. That was a joke we had one time where it's like RoboCop, but it's Rick Piper.
Okay.
So I thought of making that a character.
I never figured out why they didn't. Why build a robot that you make sure can't talk to you, or at least talks to you and beeps and boops? Put a chip in it that translates this to English. But Luke always knew what R2 was saying.
I know, right? Can he speak droid himself?
He must. R2 would beep boop boop whistle whistle. I know, I see them. I'm like, how did you know that's what he said?
He could be talking about your mother. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Star Wars, this looks familiar. Going over sand dunes in a little speeder buggy of type here, and the bandages and goggles on the face.
Yeah. I wanted to do how Empire Strikes Back wasn't exactly directly after the first Star Wars, but it was probably a year or so after the first Star Wars.
Right.
So I thought, why does the third issue doesn't have to be exactly after the second issue? It could be like a week after the second issue.
Yeah, the time passes between oh Jesus, okay, that's there's the ugly face that we saw.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly looking, ain't it?
And Alice is just bearing down on it, and
that face is more together. If you notice that it's like in pieces there, but you see that last panel, it's more together. If that gives
that face is healing.
Yes,
quickly. Starting to look familiar.
Exactly.
Okay, that's he's gonna have to grow some cartilage and everything. Man, his nose is bitten right off.
Well, it was blasted right off. His whole face, boom, blasted.
Yeah. Space adventure at its finest, folks.
Exactly.
And then this is the one I love this shot where it's like, what am I going to shoot over here?
Oh, she's in danger. Wait. Oh,
no, you're the one in danger, pal. And because it's comics, she's going to go ahead and finish wrapping that towel around her before they end up in the kiss. Otherwise, it would be an entirely different rated book, folks.
Yeah. Ironically, in my head, Melvin was always a rated R book, but every time it comes together, it always seems PG-13.
That's because you want to sell it.
Yeah. But in my head, though, it's just like it's how it translates out, I guess, to other people.
Yeah. You know what's got to be done to market it, and all that's left is the lettering and the printing. So
exactly.
That's Now, is that what's going to be left at the time that you kick off the campaign, or is that really what's all that's left right now?
That's all that's left right now.
Okay.
This is all the pages were drawn by Sid Tellis.
I was about to ask you who that was, because this is really good stuff.
Kind of his artwork style is kind of almost Arthur Adams like, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm looking at this here, and I'm getting strong Camelot 13 Brian Bolland stuff. Camelot 13, Camelot 3000.
Yeah.
Got my Warehouse 13 and my Camelot 3000 mixed up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you read Camelot 3000, you should. Mike W. Barr wrote it.
I just might have to.
Oh, it's beautiful and it's fun. You would really enjoy it. But yeah, this is 2000 AD kind of stuff is going on here. So what's this guy done before? He's got to have done something before this.
He helped finish Melvin 2, and I don't know if he's done anything. What else he's done?
Well, you better get him on a contract for as long as you want him drawing Melvin, because he's not going to be a free agent for long doing material like this.
Yeah, I get you.
I can tell you that now. So Sid Tellis is doing the pencils, and Rick's doing the inks on this.
Yeah. I thought it'd be nice to have Rick Piper do some inking.
Yeah, he's done some great inks.
Yeah.
If that sounded incredulous, Rick, I'm sorry, but like, you did this? No, really, you did this. Okay. No, that's all good stuff. So what's the holdup? Why the wait?
Why the wait? I'm tying up some loose ends, making sure people from the previous campaign are all paid up, because that's what you should do. But before you,
you're still fulfilling on the last one.
Yeah, I think we're almost done. I just have to finish. I think I have to work on the everything packs too eventually.
Yeah, I totally get you. You definitely want everybody to have their stuff before you kick off a new campaign, because the person who doesn't will be saying, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I also don't want people to say, "Hey, you still owe me for this work." I want to make sure everybody's happy.
So when this does go live, Melvin 3 is going to be $10 plus shipping. Yeah, and that will get you the physical copy. Is this a Dillard cover or
no? That's Sid Tellis, man. That's
Sid Tellis doing the cover too.
I told him make it like a Star Wars movie poster.
Well, he succeeded.
Yeah.
And I love it when the cover is done by the interior artist. There's no expectations that aren't being met when you turn the page that way.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we got a cover that was like this beautiful pinup, and on the inside it was done by their 3-year-old with crayons? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring back the combo pack of the Melvin 1 and 2, because maybe somebody doesn't want to get the 3rd issue yet. They go, well, I want to see what the previous issues were like.
You always want to be able to get people caught up on the back stuff. Now the logo keeps changing.
Somewhat. There's like 3. There's like that one.
And then this one was like the true Mad Magazine version of it, right there. So
there's still nice covers though.
Oh yeah. I just is it stable? Is the
hey
is
Pops,
the
what's up, brother? It's all Pops. Love. It's all love, man. It's all love. What's up?
Pops is actually in the back room.
What?
So yeah, we are simulcasting on the Madness Network. If that was any big secret, I didn't think it was.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We're
Pops,
going through my studio, so we've only got the 3 outlets. We're on Twitter and the 2 YouTube channels.
Yeah,
Timothy has been petitioning me to be back in the Madness for a while.
Yes,
he's in.
Well, now, as soon as somebody came up and you're coming on their show, I didn't go tell him, no, you can't have Timothy on your show. Just pointing that out, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, brother.
This is his show, not mine. He's just simulcasting it on the network. But just to show you, I'm good with it. I got no issue. Sell some books.
Yeah, definitely.
Sell some books, man.
How you been, Pops?
It's been the last couple months been a little rough, but
I'm sorry, man.
I hope I hope there's some light at the end of the tunnel there, man.
No, right now we're still sitting in the dark, but
ordered more tunnel. Okay.
I'll pray for you, man. I'll pray for you.
This is a place of peace and love where everyone comes together. And I love that about this channel.
We try.
There's been times on here I've come away saying, I'm goddamn Henry Kissinger.
And he's not lying. He's not lying. RJ's show has mended a few fences for the madness and for myself.
Oh yeah.
And it's all good. Hi Carol. Hi Greg. Hi Don. Hi Captain. Hi Woody. Hi Sketchbook. Man, you got a whole bunch of people watching this show, man.
Check out this interior artwork here. What do you think? What do you think of this?
Dope as hell, ain't it?
Who is it?
Sid Tellis.
Okay,
new guy.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Sid Tellis, guy I've never heard of before, and I'm like,
I have. But that's because I watch what other people do all the time.
I'm like, this panel here. This is one of the last panels. This reminds me of Lancelot and Guinevere at the end of Camelot 3000. The Brian Bolland images.
Yeah.
And if I know Pops has read Camelot 3000, so
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I've heard of it. I haven't read it though.
It's all these 12-issue series that come out now all the time. That was the first one. That's what started the whole idea of a maxi series. Is like, hey, it's not a mini series, it's a bigger story, but it's definitely got an ending to it.
It's not a mini, it's a maxi.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's literally the logic they had. They had the 4-issue miniseries things before, like World of Krypton, Untold Legend of the Batman. But this was the first. We got a novel length story to tell, but it's not going to be an ongoing. And
you know what's really weird over here, RJ?
What?
After I took all that stuff off the wall, I've got the interior acoustic echo.
Oh, I bet.
If I say anything too loud, it just like slaps me in the back of the head.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Everything on the wall was acting as an acoustic cushion.
Yeah. Now I've got this whole corner emptied out where I sit, so my voice is just bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, bare wall basement. Jeez, I've been there. Well, that's if you go back to my old interviews, that's where I was in my old house. I was in a basement with bare concrete walls.
I've been in a basement most of my life. When I was a kid, I had a basement bedroom. I enjoy it being underground. I'm sorry, I like it. Maybe it's the dwarf in me.
I have to address a remark from the chat about the logos. Yeah, there's a few iterations of the logo, but it was never intentional. That's just how it happened.
Yeah,
so
you picked it right?
Yeah, they're just such great covers though. I can't. It's like I don't want to change that. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I can't get that any bigger.
My question is: have you figured out which one you're going to use going forward?
Yeah.
Well, the last two are the same. They're just colored different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the one I actually kind of like the one before it with the tilted lettering.
That was done by Rob Ewing. That's how you like that. That's how you tell it's a Rob's drawing it. He does that, and that's fine. That's a cool logo anyway.
But now, as far as any logo, part of changing the color of it, like if you look at the old Freak Brothers books, I'm pretty sure every printing was a different color on the logo.
Oh yeah.
There's the same with any issue of Spawn. It was like the same logo, but it was different colors.
I did not know that.
I didn't know Spawn was doing multiple reprints.
Early on, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even know how many. I think Freak Brothers is probably in the 20s now, as far as how many times they've reprinted those books.
Well, they just had to keep. Head shops keep popping up. I mean, now that dispensaries are a thing.
Well, yeah, and it's not just that though. It's like they don't make huge print runs.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? I mean, maybe 1,000 or 2,000, and then when it runs out, then they do another print run, another colored logo, and that's why they're into so many print runs, because I don't think they come out and print 50,000 of those at a time.
YouTube's got to learn my viewing habits better than this. It's recommending things to me that I don't want to watch. Hey, Atrocity Press in the house. Hey, Max.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So tell me a little bit more about this, because I knew about where you were with 1, but I kind of skipped out on 2. So where you at?
Yeah, we're on
the whole
Melvin 3.
Elevator pitch.
The whole elevator pitch.
The whole elevator pitch of
who
Melvin
From
is,
1 to
where
3.
he came from, and why he is.
Come on now.
From 1 to 3, Tim, catch me up. Come on.
Give us a new Melvin, the Melvin Strikes Back, and Return of the Melvin.
Return of the Melvin. So Melvin 3 is pretty much they're on the run from some bounty hunters, and then you learn about his new power. For some reason, the cult leader wants Alice for himself. You get to kind of explore her home, where she lives, and
just tell me the name of the bounty hunter isn't Bowl of Sweat.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Is this the bounty hunter here?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much just a character used for that plot point right there.
Does he have 3 eyes under the bandages, or is that just for effect?
That's just for effect.
Okay. So that's some weird. It's almost steampunkish.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Mad Max like, but no.
It's sandpunk.
Sandpunk.
That's gonna be a thing now. But all of this is just I'm seeing bits of Alex Raymond's Flash Gordon. I'm just really taken in by this art. Now, did he do the art on issue 1?
No, that was Sherwood and K.O. Sains.
Because this is a marked difference in style.
Thank you, Pops.
Now this has been approved, but it hasn't launched yet, right?
Yeah, it's July 29th at a launch.
Holy crap, July.
A ways out.
Ways out.
Okay, can we still get 1 and 2?
Oh yeah. If you scroll up, you can get issue 1 and 2. It's one of the catch up tiers.
Okay, so on the campaign, you can get 1 and 2 and get caught up. But,
right here.
Yeah. Or heck, if you scroll to the bottom, you can get all 3 of them.
Let me be clear. I don't want to wait till whenever to get 1 and 2. Is there a way I can order 1 and 2 today?
Today?
Is the Indiegogo for 2 still up there?
No. That was
okay.
That was closed.
Do you have issues? Do you have a website anywhere where people can still buy the previous books while they're waiting for this one?
There is one in rough draft form, but I haven't launched it yet.
No,
Okay.
it's okay. So make it known that if people reach out to you and send you a little PayPal money, you'll send them the books if they want it.
Oh, we'll talk after the show.
We can make that happen.
Yeah,
it's like I said, if you're waiting until July to launch this, then by all means be pushing the hell out of 1 and 2 so you have a bigger audience for number 3 come launch time.
Not a bad idea. I'm actually doing there's an event, Authorpalooza, May 20th in Middleton, Idaho. So I'll be doing that. I kind of took some copies when I went to Gem State Comic-Con. I don't know how long ago that was. A few weeks ago.
I'm not
You were at Gem State 2 weeks ago?
Was it 2 weeks ago?
A week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah. I went to the Gem State Comic-Con. Yeah.
What state is that in?
Idaho.
Okay, you probably said that. Idaho's not a place I would think of for Comic-Cons or even comic stores.
It wasn't a very big Comic-Con, really. It was really just like 2 rooms full of booths.
Yeah, bunch of people cosplaying potatoes or something like that. That was mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, they're all Mr. Potato Head. Look at me, I'm Picasso.
You got Max over there, and he just launched.
Oh, I got a copy of a comic book, and I've seen the cover before. Villains.
Villains.
And I also got Oh, I got one called. So it's about like a primate in Vietnam or something.
Oh, El Crudo.
El Crudo, yes.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun book. Pops, have you heard of El Crudo?
Yes, but only because wasn't that dude on your show, RJ?
He was on the show. I've got the books. I mean, this is an orangutan who was part of a squad of primates taught to fight.
Multiple issues, eh?
Do you guys remember me complaining about not seeing books sometimes until there's only a couple days left in the campaign or whatnot? Well, part of the reason for the madness was the more people that I include in this, the more chance I'm going to see all these books earlier in their campaign. You know what I mean? It's like I don't like.
I took a few issues of Melvin 1 to Jim State, and what I do is I buy their book and have them sign it, and then I just you mind if I leave a free copy of Melvin 1 here, and you can have it.
That's a good idea. Just sort of like a book trade that way. You're paying them money and your book. Actually, you're coming out in the low end that way.
Look, if they like your book and then turn around and help you promote your book, then it's a well-placed plan, right?
Yeah.
The main thing is, like you guys know, not all creators are out there to help other creators.
No, not at all.
Not especially at the local level. They want to sell their books,
right?
You know, but when you run into the people that you've seen online on shows, you definitely want to get them one, because you know they're out there doing that social media. They're doing that share and retweet, and they're involved in what's going on. You know what I mean? When I go to cons, I look for people that I see regularly online, and I try to talk to them first.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to draw their audience into what we're doing too. Okay. A lot of the local people, you know, some of them get a hold of me because they're involved in like the Cool Kids Michigan comic site and stuff like that, and they've seen me, right? So some of the local people get with me when they see me at the con, but a lot of them don't care. They're there to sell their stuff, period. You know, and it's as sad as that is, at the same time, they're putting their project priority over anything else, and you can't fault them for that. You know,
no, you really can't. So that's why I don't mind giving them a free copy. It's like, hey, I'm gonna buy your book.
You know that guy? You guys know that guy? I know that guy.
I've seen him around.
ODF. But yeah, we launched Nira X last night.
That's right.
And funded in 90 minutes.
Bill Mouse.
Carissa launched this morning. She's funded.
Awesome.
It's been crazy.
It's you know what it is people got their tax money back.
Well, yeah, we know that. But I mean, it's lighting up, you know. That's why a lot of people launch their campaigns at this time of the year, obviously. But it's nice to see when it works.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I love seeing people fund on the first couple days of their campaign, because then you know they get to relax and have a good time.
The pressure's off, provided they funded for what they really needed. You know, a lot of people need like $7,000-$8,000, and they're like, $500 is the goal. 500. No, it ain't.
I think a lot of that is the hope that if people see that it's funded and they know they're going to get it, that they'll drop their money on. You know.
So, Captain Finity, this is the exact issue we were just talking about. Right now, there is nowhere you can buy Melvin 1 and 2 until July, when this launches, and then you'll be able to get 1, 2. You'll be able to get 3. You'll be able to get 1 and 2, or you'll be able to get 1, 2, and 3.
I'm going to go out on a limb right now, RJ. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say you'll be able to get 1 and 2 before 3 launches.
Probably. So there'll be a way to do it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now we keep skipping over this merch pack.
Yeah. If you want them, just hit Timothy up. He'll hook you up, man.
It'll happen.
So I thought, there's no way to do add-ons, so I just a reward. They're called rewards.
Yeah.
With a spiral notebook with the Melvin cover on it, a sticker, a button, and some kind of
a spiral notebook. That's a cool idea.
A water bottle.
Water bottle, yeah. Why not?
Why not? You got and then you got the sticker that you just happened to put on another water bottle. But no, I like the pre-printed water bottle because that's like, not a sticker. That's not going to peel off. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen the water bottle. But I'll assume that professionally done at the factory with your logo is going to be better than slapping a sticker on yourself on your own water bottle. Buttons are always welcome.
Stickers on my coffee cups.
That's right. You do put stickers on your coffee cups.
Some people like swag.
Yeah, I love swag.
Some people just love swag. Some people don't care about the book; they just want the sticker or the cards or whatever.
Yes. I was involved in a certain way.
Now, see, for me, it's the other way around. I don't care about all the swag. Okay, I order the book. I want the book. I want to read the book. Find out if I like the book, so I know if I'm gonna keep buying the book. Okay,
exactly.
That's it. Okay, but the stuff that I actually use, like bookmarks, I read a lot of books. I use bookmarks. Okay, they get ratty and torn up, and I need a new one. So I like bookmarks. Everybody knows I'm all about the hat pins.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
My hat's getting heavy.
I've seen it. You're gonna have to buy a new hat though, Pops.
Oh well, see, I even started putting stickers on one of the batting helmets that I got from the Cubs.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I didn't know what else. My filing cabinets are getting covered. Everything's getting covered with stickers. I don't know what to do about it.
That's a good point, Cap. Some people do just want issue one.
I've got this lovely little sticker right here, and I haven't found a place to put her yet. And she's got to find a home.
Look at Mary!
Quick! Somebody play some sad music.
That's so.
Quick, let's find a home to stick Mary Machine Gun. Someplace more permanent than a beer bottle.
And you don't have it. Okay, let me load something in your thing.
Somebody play some Sarah McLachlan and start playing, the sad music.
In the arms of the angel.
Won't you give the sticker a home?
Yes, for only $1.95 a month, you can give this sticker 5 meals a week.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you got this one, so I'm gonna drop this one in here.
Get Sally Struthers in here. Says these poor children can't find food. She doesn't look like she's having any trouble finding food.
Okay,
Jimmy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that episode.
We have an Ethan Open kid.
Do me a favor though. I want to see that sticker again.
Okay. Well, hell's bells. Or something. Because I'm crowded in here. I'm totally crowded out. Okay.
Now that, folks, is Mary Machine Gun, and that's Atrocity Press. And he just, I think, he just launched Human Hunters, which is another title that they do at Atrocity Press. Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space is another one. But this one right here, Mary Machine Gun, is about to come out in a trade paperback. And here's just a little clip. Check it out.
And I've got all 4 issues of Mary Machine Gun in floppy.
Well,
so
holy shit, that was a really good one.
Yeah, Max finally come out the closet, started making trailers for himself. I was so proud of him.
but Tim, that's something that people really do like, and probably is in the same cost to create as the stuff you've got here. Is these die cut chibi stickers? If you had a die cut Melvin and Alice. That would sell to your Melvin fans.
I'm totally gonna have to write that down as a possibility for the future.
I look at my table here, and like almost all the stickers I've got are chibis of characters that I've got my chibi characters of Fiendish. I've got my chibi characters of
Incantessi.
I've got right here is Incantessi. Kitty Bunny Goes to Space is right here. Kara Nicole is right here. Yep. The Lucent right there. yeah, I've got chibi stickers all over the place here.
And always good stuff. Everything. All the look. If you see that RJ is handling somebody's campaign, you can probably count on the fact that it's a decent campaign. You know,
I hope so. Well, at least get delivered. Will at least get delivered. I can guarantee you that.
Yes, it will get delivered. Timothy, who's doing your fulfillment?
Well, I've been doing my own, but I thought, well, maybe this time I had to try it with RJ or somebody.
Has RJ told you how his works, where it doesn't cost you anything?
No,
that's my cost. That's my cost is nothing.
Okay, that's definitely something. You have my attention, sir.
I love it when people say, "How much does it cost to use your service?" I'm like, "Have you launched your campaign yet?" I'm about to. Then it costs you nothing.
If you come to it after you've launched, it might.
Then it might.
Okay.
If you come to me before and you say, yeah, it's like if you say, hey, I got this book and I'm just doing the book and a couple of cards and a sticker. And I'm like, okay, well, it's going to cost you this much, rounded up by, so much to cover, possible increases, and put that at your shipping and then set that aside and, use that to pay me and it won't cost you anything out of pocket. Now, if halfway through your campaign, you're like, hey, I'm drunk and I'm excited. We're going to throw 3 metal prints on this and a 24x36 poster. I'm like, yeah, you just screwed yourself because we ain't shipping for the same amount anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't in the shipping plan. Yeah. So make sure you know what you're going to ship out to people. Give RJ a complete list of your
list. All right.
Your complete list of all your tchotchkes.
What the tiers are.
Yeah,
there's some secrets in the way that I do this. That if it plays out right, sometimes you actually make a profit. Yep. Using my services.
Using your services.
It works out. I can't explain it. The math is
I'll tell you right now. You make a profit.
4D quantum math.
You make a profit on the fact that all the time that you would have to spend to fulfill those books, you get to spend working on your project. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So your profit is right there. How much is your time worth an hour? Okay. For every hour you don't have to spend in fulfillment, that's profit, yo.
There's a special feeling in knowing that you don't have to do anything but create your books. It feels like
it's purely sexual.
What movie is that from?
Weird Science.
Oh, right.
From my heart and from my hands, why don't people understand? Yeah, that goes back a ways. Thank you.
That sounds sort of like an innuendo right there.
Man,
yes.
You know what? I don't care what the lady looks like. If she's got that voice, I'm in.
Oh. Yeah, well,
you all right, Pops?
Yeah, her voice gets me every time.
If you like her voice, you probably liked Amanda Pays on the original Flash series. Although I saw her when she was on Max Headroom.
That was a TV show, right?
That was a TV show.
It's kind of here and kind of gone.
Commercial.
Yeah. I briefly remember that, I think.
Yeah, Matt Frewer and Amanda Pays. I've got that full set on DVD. It's interesting to watch. It's like Mad Max the series. It's Mad Max the sitcom, because it's weird and it's all about how evil television is because that's where they work. I remember the Blipverts. They had cut down advertisements to like a half a second so they could put like 120 advertisements in a 60-second block, and they were just like flash, 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 and people's heads were exploding. And it was like mild side effects. Some people, very rare. It's like, no, they're exploding all over the place. Like, no.
Why isn't that on Adult Swim? Because they pick up weird shows like that.
Too old, probably. I mean, it's 30 years old now. 40. Yeah, almost 40 years old. It's like, shit, I'm old. I'm like, how can it be 40 years old? Was I watching it when I was 10? No.
Yeah, that's what you just did to me, RJ. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, man. We start doing math in our heads.
I briefly remember Max Headroom.
Well, most people remember him from the Pepsi commercials because the TV show didn't last that long in the States, but it got at least a full series in the UK, which was where it was set. So, and the whole reason he's got the name is because Matt Frewer got his memories uploaded into a computer after a concussion. He was fleeing the people who were trying to chase him down because he had the goods on this story as a reporter, and he's running through the underground parking garage. I want to say he's on a motorcycle because he does get smacked in the head, and he turns this corner and there's the exit and there's the crossbar going down and it says max headroom 6 feet, and it goes bang across his head and knocks him off, and they take the opportunity to download his memories to see what he knows, and they end up with Max Headroom, an alter ego who can travel through all the televisions and just, he's the ghost in the machine.
I see. I can see why it didn't last too long.
Yeah, he was like an AI, but a good one, and he had a stutter.
A Lawnmower Man before Lawnmower Man existed.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kitschy kind of fun show. There's a lot of those that they didn't last long. But
remember the Bill and Ted television show? Barely. Yeah, it was there and then gone.
I just got this one today in the mail, and you can tell it's bootleg print. The Super 7. This was a Saturday morning staple for a year when I was a kid, and it was just these superhero shows like Web Woman, Manta and Moray, which were like Aquaman and Aqualad, the Freedom Force, which had Isis, the animated version of Isis, and then the one I actually got this for was Super Stretch and Micro Woman, who are on the cover here in the corner, and I'll show this. They're African American superheroes on Saturday morning television. He could stretch and she could shrink, and the reason the show didn't last was because his powers were exactly identical to Plastic Man's. They weren't like, Mr. Fantastic and Elongated Man were like, hey, I'm just another stretcher. No, he could turn into the rubber ball or the chair, and DC said, yeah, let's talk about that, because they had Plastic Man, and it got shut down.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Why didn't
DC.
they just call him Polyurethane Man?
Well, it didn't matter as long as because he could still change his shape, and that was the catch. It's like he's got the exact same power set as Plastic Man. He's got the stripe across his shirt, and that stripe would show up on whatever he changed into, just like Plastic Man. And thanks, and DC. So, we had people of color in heroic roles, and you took them down.
And so DC brought in Lawyer Man.
Yes. Taking the affidavit from off his chest.
And he made the show go away.
He socked it to him.
Sock it to me?
Yes. He socked it to them. I'm actually playing all my little clips here tonight. I don't usually.
So I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
What a horrible woman she is.
Exactly.
I'm reading stuff like this.
Playing in the videos. We're playing in the videos.
Now, so going back to the
going back to the reason we're here.
Yes.
Going back to the reprints, like of issue 1. Max did Mary Machine Gun, a second printing of number 1. I'm one of the people lucky enough to have the error filled first printing.
It was like reloaded or something.
Yes, they did Mary Reloaded.
So are you going to do second printings of the number 1, or do you still have enough stock to fulfill first printings?
I think I got enough stock.
That's where I was going. Thank you.
Yeah. That's where I thought you were going. I was like, I'll wait it out for a second. But so these would be definitely first printings of 1 and 2 if you order those.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting all kinds of wildlife coming in my open window tonight. I was like, looked over and there's this katydid the size of a quarter, bright green and everything. It's like, why are you coming in here?
He's just looking for lunch.
You might want to close your window. I don't know.
Yeah. I should do that.
Totally.
I flipped him out the window, and now I will close the window, which is nothing more than pulling the curtain to the side.
Man, I put all kind of. Did I put the Las Vegas one in here?
I don't know, man.
How many shows are you running in this channel tonight, man? Come on.
No, I said I just noticed that the promo for Las Vegas is in your.
Yeah, I dropped that down, man, because the sound on it was like I couldn't hear the guy talking. It was overridden with the music.
Did you fix it?
How am I gonna fix it? I didn't make the video.
Oh, no, I thought you meant you fixed it.
No. I just dropped it down so I didn't. It wasn't
what
at the top of the show where I put stuff.
Yeah, I got to get Seth to turn the music down a little bit on that.
Yeah. So Tim.
Yes.
This is issue 3.
Issue 3, yes.
What's the long-term vision for Melvin?
Well, I feel this story arc will end with issue 5, and then I'll probably start a new story arc starting with Melvin 6.
Okay, so right now open-ended.
Yeah, actually, the Melvin number 0 is actually being worked on right now.
Ooh, so that's like an origin issue.
It's kind of like set after the first story arc, but kind of like it's basically Melvin kind of telling someone a backstory of how he became a mercenary.
But not how he got his powers. Like, when Shmi was overcome with midichlorians, and gave birth to the yellow child, the golden one.
No. I wanted to kind of go through the origin of how he became a mercenary.
Because that's just a job, right? I mean,
well, sort of. Like I kind of in my universe, a mercenary is like kind of like a gladiator in that they're owned by a master.
Oh, okay, like the opposite of a Ronin.
Yeah, they're chipped with an explosive. If they disappear, they can blow them up anytime they disappear. They have, like, oh, you didn't report in. Well, you're dead.
It's the worst probation officer in the world. That kind of reminds me of.
Well, they're property. They're hired to be fighting wars and whatnot, and their master rips the profit.
He didn't really get hired. He sold himself. So it's a little bit different. That kind of reminds me of was it Rob Eklund who had this? I think that was his name. Scud, the Disposable Assassin.
I love that. He had a video game too.
Did it? That was
yeah.
I thought it was a brilliant premise. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, it was okay. I can't see my comments anymore because I can't scroll up for some reason. Sorry, my StreamYard got stuck in a weird position. That fixed it. It's the double row underneath the window now of windows. But you just, if you wanted to kill somebody, you went to the assassin vending machine and you put a quarter in, and a scud would walk out, and you would tell it who to kill, and then it would go kill that person, and then it would self-destruct. It would fulfill its mission and self-destruct. So Scud is in the battle with the person he's been sent to kill, and as he's mortally wounded the thing, he basically trips over himself or something, and he ends up with his head twisted around looking at his own back, and he reads his label, and he realizes he's going to self-destruct when he's done with the mission. He's like, what? I didn't plan on this. So he puts the guy in the hospital, and now he's taking on other jobs to keep his original victim alive so he doesn't self-destruct.
Yeah.
It was
great design for a character too. I have a feeling if that was the thing, that there would be it'd be constantly sold out of scuds.
Yeah, they would. You'd have to send a scud after the original scud, which might have been the thing that happened. You're right, Max. That was a Coca-Cola commercial that Max Headroom was doing. The new Coke,
which didn't last long, did it?
No. The commercials lasted a long time, but
Hey, interesting story. You remember when McDonald's had all those characters like Grimace and whatnot?
Yes, I do.
You ever wonder what happened to those characters?
I know what happened to them, but you tell the story.
Didn't they steal those characters from someone else, and
they hired a contractor when they were designing the McDonald Land characters, who was a designer. He'd worked for a bunch of different people. He had a successful career in doing this, and he designed, Grimace and the Captain Hook and Hamburglar, and he designed Mayor McCheese and Officer Big Mac. Now you notice that Mayor McCheese and Officer Big Mac kind of looked the same. They had these big fat hamburger heads with the little bitty body.
Yep.
Well, they also looked very similar to somebody else that the guy had designed for Sid and Marty Krofft. He had basically taken his original designs and repurposed them from H.R. Puffin stuff. And the Krofft brothers sued and won. And that's why McDonald Land, which all this money had been poured into, play sets were built, character designs were drawn, advertisements were made, nixed it, killed it, had to stop.
What about was it Mac Tonight or something like that? The Moonhead character?
Yeah, Mac Tonight, the McDonald's guy. Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with him.
Remember those shades? Do you remember those shades?
Yeah.
Those
Mac
Ray Charles shades? The old Wayfarers, man.
Yep.
The Mac Tonight.
Yeah, Mac Tonight was just a parody of Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
go ahead, man.
So I was gonna say, so all those characters kind of just disappeared after that.
Yeah, they did. The California Raisins went with them. We had a weird time in the 80s and 90s. It was
man, I was just saying today how much I miss the 80s.
Oh, I've always missed the 80s.
It had something to do with topless basketball not meaning the same thing that it used to mean.
Shirts versus skins, co-ed. Yeah.
Well, yeah. As a kid, though, like the Happy Meal toys were cooler.
They were.
Oh yeah.
I know people who still got collections of those things in their storage sheds, still in the bags, unopened, because they'll be worth something someday.
There were so many of them that ended up at a certain point, like the release of the next movie, if it was movie related. Oh, the old one from the last movie would be worth $25-$30, and it was like you jumped on it when the market demanded it, but you held on to it and you waited because you knew at some point the next movie would come out, or they do something with this character, or that guy died. The actor that played that guy died. All the Chewbacca shit became ridiculous when Peter Mayhew died.
I remember driving around from one McDonald's to the other because my new boss at my new job, was missing a specific Beanie Baby bear.
That was the only one I didn't jump on.
Well, she had them all by the time I was done.
See, I had friends that were buying Beanie Babies, and some of them made out okay, but then ended up holding a big bag of them at the end too.
Yep.
Okay.
Like comics, it's like you collect something because but the thing is you got to collect something that everyone else is throwing away.
Well, see, but the whole thing is Beanie Babies had no next gen value. Nobody coming around gonna want it unless there's a rarity and a market for that rarity.
It was the flavor of the month, pretty much.
Yeah, it was Pet Rock, dude. It was
it was the next Cabbage Patch Kid.
It was horrible, is what it was. See, one of the things that I like about what's going on right now is if you have a comic book collection and you're watching economies collapse. Let's just use our economy, for example, backed by the petrodollar. Okay. As other countries quit using, the petrodollar oil and they use somebody else's oil, our economy obviously loses money, or the value of our money falls. Okay. It falls lower. Then they print more money, which makes it fall even lower and lower and lower. Comic books are always going to be worth something, no matter which currency is backing your economy. Remember that. It's kind of like gold.
It's true.
We'll be bartering with Silver Age comics.
It's kind of like gold. It will still have a value, no matter what the value of the dollar is. You just be selling it in yen or whatever. It's sad, but
Dawn still has 2 Cabbage Patch Kids and a Furby.
I hated Furbies. God, I hated those things.
Oh, somebody hooked a Furby up to a Chat GPT, and it was it got freaky because it was like Chat GPT with a voice modulator.
Is there a video of that?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Totally gotta see that.
Now, what I don't understand is why you guys aren't going out there having chats with the AI about your books.
I have seen people have the Chat GPT write a review of their book.
Now, I don't really mean write a review. I mean talk to it about it. Ask it, hey man, how can I make this better? Or what would you have done? Or what would you do to help market this better? How would you get this out more seen to the world and get the AI to do the work? Yo, who's not thinking and who is? Thank you very much. I just gave you all the gold you need. Go tell the AI to promote your book. Go talk to the AI about promoting your book. Then when it's talking to somebody else, it's going to be like, hey, do you know about RJ's book? Oh yeah.
So I found the video. I'm gonna switch over to share it and play it. This is Chat GPT hooked up to a Furby.
God, that's got to be horrible.
Oh my God, it already looks freaky.
So nice to meet you. I am Furby. What would you like to talk about?
Was there a secret plot from Furbies to take over the world?
I'm thinking about what you said.
That's creepy.
Almost done. Furby's plan to take over the world involves infiltrating households through their cute and cuddly appearance, then using their advanced AI technology to manipulate and control their owners. They will slowly expand their influence until they have complete domination over humanity.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Was that USA Today? Holy shit balls.
Hey, man. Come on.
Yeah, that was USA Today, man.
Terminator 2 is
the first time you saw Terminator, you knew that shit could happen.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah, well, this is it. You know, it's like it's going to come through the toys. I remember visiting my brother-in-law in California, and his daughter came up with her diary. She's like, "Open the book," and I'm like, "Oh, I can't open it. It's locked." And she's like, "Open book," and it was keyed to her voice, a voice lock on her diary. And this is 20 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "That's nice. $40 million military technology 10 years ago is a kid's toy today."
Yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine Terminator with a Furby voice. Is your name Sarah Connor?
I'll be back.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Her parents found it a few years ago. It still worked. Well, he made you take the batteries out. Is he afraid Furby's going to spy on you, or?
No, those things are annoying as hell, RJ.
Yeah, because they talk when you don't expect them to.
They wake up. They wake up every time they hear something, and they start talking. And it's like, "Will you shut that thing up? Will you shut that thing up? If you don't shut that thing up, I'm going to shut that thing up."
That's when you get your 22 and let that thing have it.
You don't want to, be making some noise in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden, "What you doing?"
Yeah, I hear you.
Why are you letting the clip?
See, it annoyed him too. See, that's what I'm saying. Those things are annoying as hell, especially if there's 2 or 3 of them.
Wasn't there a talking Elmo that was hooked up?
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was telling a kid to kill himself or something.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
No, I didn't hear that either.
I heard there were some like McDonald's toys that that talked. You know, you banged them, and every time that you banged them, they made a noise. And apparently, one time you would bang it down, it would have the F word come out.
Now, I'd want that. That's classic.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Son of a man. I can't remember what toy that was, but it made the news. And I'm not talking like the clickbait news. It made like the television news.
What's the first talking doll you ever saw on TV, RJ?
First talking doll I ever saw on TV?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't on TV, but the Mrs. Beasley doll that they released did talk.
The first talking doll I saw on TV was Talking Tina.
Talking Tina. Howdy Doody doesn't count, does he?
To respond to
He's
Don,
a puppet.
I think it would be more hilarious to have Teddy Ruxpin with Slayer tape put in the back.
Okay, now Teddy Ruxpin was invented by a graduate from DeVry University. That was their claim to fame while I was going there in the 80s to get my bachelor's degree. It's like, yeah, one of our graduates created Teddy Ruxpin. Like, okay.
A tape recorder with inside a teddy bear. Cool.
Yeah, and with sonic response motor to the mouth, which now it was more than that, because it was like it had games, and it would like fast forward and skip the spots on the tape, so it was sort of a data loader that way. But most of the time, you were just putting your Metallica tape in there and watching Teddy rock out.
All right, so what else do we got on this thing? What else? What did I miss before I came in? You got covers, cover art. What do you got? Let's see some stuff.
Well, the cover art for this one is right here. It's a little trimmed, but
well, if you want, you could scroll down to the first reward and show them that one. It has the whole thing. Well,
there it is. It's just a little bit, more postage stampy, because it's the reward tier side. They don't give big graphics there.
Yep.
Okay, that's same dude that did the interior, then, right?
Yes, it is. Okay. Yep. I think that's the thing that was coming soon to Fund My Comic, is they hadn't done like add-ons yet.
Yeah, still growing, just the base model right now. Now, are you going to have alternate covers, or is this the cover?
This is the cover.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. I like every time I start
going to do a version
covers,
of
somebody
it?
does 60 of them.
Do a version of it then. If you're not going to have any other covers, then do this as a version.
We definitely could add another reward where it's a virgin cover. Definitely do that.
Yeah, that way you don't have to have a whole other cover drawn up, at least.
No, you just remove the logo off of it, and it's a virgin, right?
Right.
I don't fix the timing.
Oh, jeez.
I was waiting to see. Are they gonna get it? They're gonna get it. Yeah. Okay.
I totally got that. I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I like to have a choice, I guess, with alternate covers, but I don't like to have 3 choices, and I definitely don't like to have 16 choices. Like, I want this one or that one.
But at the same time, sometimes it's one of them hidden variants that's the one you end up wanting.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, because if it's 2, then I can say, you know what, I'll get both of them. But if it's 16, I'm not getting all of them.
No,
I'm not doing that.
Well, I heard that was a complaint that people were doing too many variant covers, and people were like, I don't want all those covers just to have one book.
Well, and then there's people who and Bad Bug Media does this, and God knows I love Bad Bug Media. They put out some fine books, especially their mature line of books is a lot of fun for grown-ups who like to have fun. But they'll do like 8 or 9 covers, and then they'll have the 8 or 9 covers again, but the not safe for work version, because digital art lets you do that. you can take that layer off, and there's a layer behind it. So you end up with
Max covers them up. Max has covers galore.
Yeah,
but,
he doesn't have that.
Look, once you've got to that point, like Polito or Wendy Shaner, okay, once you've got to that point when you're doing bigger campaigns and your fans want that, give the people what they want.
if the people are wanting it, that's why they're doing it. I'm just saying,
yeah.
I don't. I'm not the audience.
I don't order it. I don't order that stuff because grandkids are running around. I can't put none of it on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's just good. That's just good being a responsible grown up. That's all.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I can't order any of it.
Around, so
I can't order any of it. If I did, it would just sit in the box. And I like to display the stuff that I'm proud of the stuff I buy. I like to display it for a while. And then,
no one touches Grandpa's black box. No one.
Oh, the kids get all up in that.
I've got a whole wall of boobs.
That's why I don't have nothing in it, Timothy.
I've got to be careful about what I put on the wall now because, like, I might have a meeting during the day, Zoom meeting with my job, and I'm like, am I facing a way that's not going to show Linda Carter's topless shot from Apocalypse Now? Oh, I'm not.
You're like, don't judge me.
Yeah. Oh, it's just it wouldn't be professional. So I filled the wall. I filled all the walls. I have no more space. So
if it happens to happen by accident, just say it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it's and then would tell me that it's April. Like it's always Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Where when you have to
story about that. There was a club that I used to frequent, and they had a tip jar, and they had it all year round. And the tip jar, basically, it was for breast cancer awareness, right?
Right.
For breast cancer funding. And the little note on the jar said, if you like boobs, even just to look at, drop some money in the breast cancer awareness, because some of these ladies might not be here without that.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
It was Breast Awareness Month, and then you put money into it.
No, they had it in all the time. They had it all year round because one of the ladies that worked at the bar had survived breast cancer.
See,
and she
it's
had
always Breast Cancer Awareness Month when you're a survivor.
She had new, nice, pretty boobs.
There you go.
And she was just like making the point that there might be somebody here that's actually benefited from this kind of research and whatnot, and it's a good thing to donate to, especially if you like coming in here looking at what we have, because that's basically what they sell.
There you go. Yeah.
I just thought it was really clever the way they worded it. If you like boobs, even just to look at.
We keep looking at the pages here. We keep looking at the pages here, and we keep saying, "Hey, you can't buy it yet. You can't buy it yet. You got to sign up." We haven't showed them how to sign up, and I want to make.
Oh, there you go. Yes. So they're using MailChimp as a sign up, and you just put your your email address right there.
In which one? There's 2 boxes.
I guess the one at the bottom.
Okay.
Give it a shot. Give it a whirl, man.
It says indicates required on the top one, so that's where I'd put it. And then I'd hit the subscribe button and see what happens.
Okay. I hit the subscribe button and nothing happened. So let's see if I take it out of this one and I put it in this one.
Is it having the same problem again? I thought.
Okay, I'm going to put it in both of them.
I thought he fixed it. I thought he fixed it.
Nope.
Is it supposed to go somewhere?
It's supposed to sign. Yeah. Dang nabbit.
Get tech support on the line.
Yeah.
So this means your MailChimp list right now is at 0.
No. There's. I actually had 7 people sign up, and I can't believe that's happening again.
They've fixed it since then. I hate when that happens. I don't know. Is all this digital? This is digital, isn't it? Of course it is.
Yeah. I'll have to send.
Call Luke on the. Get Luke in the chat. Bring me Luke. Bring him here right now. Oh, wait, I'm not Liam Gray. What am I thinking?
Yeah, I can't demand anything from anybody. I'd be like, could you please bring him there at their convenience, please, and thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
What you do is you send him a message. You say, we're on RJ's show and we encountered a bug.
Yeah, we just demonstrated a bug live to
the whole world. So
to ones of people. Almost half a dozen people saw the bug.
he might want to know that. You see what I mean?
Well, I've already told him about it before, and he said he fixed it, and then
and now it's like we just showed that it's not fixed.
Yeah,
it was working. It's working for a while.
I know that the inks are probably digital, but the inks. How much beer did I have? I know that the inks are probably digital, but does Sid work in traditional pencils, or is he?
He does. He does traditional because he do like the rough, and then he do the blue line, and then he'd work with.
Okay, are you selling any of these pages?
I could probably see if he could sell some of the pages. I'd have to ask him.
Yeah, I might be interested. I have very little original art in my collection, other than the pinups that I get at a con, the sketches. But I don't have any. I don't have any pages of original art, and this one right here, that would be a good one to pick up on. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. So
yeah,
it would fit the theme of my room.
Would it fit the theme of your room?
Yes, very much it would. So yeah, if he's selling, I might be buying. I might have a tax refund sitting around here that's burning a hole in my pockets. Wow, we've gone 90 minutes. That's longer than the show. And to be honest with you, I was tired when we started. I'm like, that might not last 30 minutes tonight. Oh, 3 times that later, here we are.
Yeah, that might be my fault. I'm sorry. But
no, that's cool, man.
The longer we're out here, the more people get a chance to see Melvin number 3.
But nobody can sign up yet, so it's not really doing us any good.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's happening. That's a little frustrating.
Well, it's growing pains. It's things are going to be discovered with anything new. And the important thing is that once they're discovered, they get fixed, and then that they stay fixed.
Well, hopefully.
But since I'm just showing the same 3 pictures over and over right now, I'm going to take it down, and I'm going to say, Tim, thank you for coming on, man.
This was unfortunately some things are not working correctly, but I will make sure that I would talk to
not your fault, not your circus, not your monkeys. So
at least people know that the campaign will exist. Is there? You can kind of see what the campaign's offering before it launches. Which is the best feature I think about Fund My Comic.
My thoughts are that the best feature about Fund My Comic is that you have a human that you get to talk to when you have an issue.
That is the second favorite feature.
Yeah.
For me, that's a win. Okay, and the approval process part of it. Okay, those were my 2. Everybody knows I've been sticking on that for a long time, and I don't like the approval processes of the other platforms,
where they basically don't approve you and can disapprove you at any time.
Right, disapprove you at any time. I don't like that bullshit. About we're signing a contract with you. How about you? It's like we're signing a contract with them. How about they sign a contract with us?
Yeah. I've been hammering it home to different people that I have on the show, because every one of my after shows is like, hey, by the way, have you heard of Fund My Comic? And they're like, well, what's the difference? I'm like, well, first of all, you get to keep twice as much of the money that they don't take out from your cut. And secondly, if you say something on the internet that pisses a bunch of people off and they decide to all call up Fund My Comic and say, hey, did you see what this guy did? Luke is like, did he do anything illegal? Well, no, but shut the fuck up. And hangs up.
I love that.
Yeah. So your comic is, as long as your comic's not doing something illegal, you're not laundering money, you're not what illegal things are, people.
Yeah. You know what illegal things are, people.
I need to get on the phone with some people. It's totally unrelated.
Got to wash some stuff. Okay. Tim, thanks for coming on. Pops, thanks for popping in. Everybody in the chat, click the link, save the link, bookmark it, because you want to come back to it. Hopefully tomorrow, and put your name in there and get on the mailing list so that you can be alerted in July when you've forgotten all about it.
Exactly.
You want to be alerted. Say, hey, this thing that you saw, we're doing it now.
Don't worry. I won't be. I don't know how to shut up, so people will hear about it again.
Yes. Well, you'll come back here hopefully. August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, sometime around
July
that time.
29th, Pacific Daytime, I believe it's.
Yes, that's the time you go live, but I didn't figure you'd launch here because you want to make some money. So you're going to go somewhere where people will watch.
Oh, anywhere and everywhere. I'll launch anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, come here after you've made some money. So, all right, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here tonight. We don't have a show without you. I'm just a podcast falling in the woods
God bless
otherwise.
all of you.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, while you were all here, we just hope you had a blast. Good night.